Jordan here from Cool Coasting. Today we're talking about liners in the setup, plastic tub liners and spray-on tub liners. I'm going to quickly run through why I chose what I chose and tell you about some of my mishaps and fuck-ups so you can make the best decision for your setup. Stay tuned. All right, so I've got the liner in the back behind me. You might notice it is a spray-on bed liner. It is a Raptor coat. I have had plastic tub liners before, and I will explain why I have gone for this option over that option. Now, the car originally was a bare empty tub. It was scratched. It was a second-hand vehicle, so it needed a little bit of love. At the time, I was moving houses, so the plastic tub liner was just an easy option to cover and protect the tub from any further damage, rather than going to the effort of spraying it on and installing a tub liner, like a spray-on tub liner. It worked well. I rocked it for about a couple of months, but there were two main issues I found with the plastic tub liner. The first issue was that water would get trapped and there was a constant smell that would come out. The tub isn't 100% sealed, so when it would rain, there was no cover on it and it would collect water and there'd be a bit of a smell. Now, following on with that smell, because water was pooling underneath the tub liner and in between the tub, the actual metal tub itself, there was also rust that was starting to form. So something to keep in mind is water can get in between your tub liner and actually cause rust and smells that you just can't seem to get rid of. So that was, I guess, reason number one of against the tub liner. And then reason number two, which came a little bit later when I was fitting out the setup, and that was how much space they take up. So the corners are nice chamfers. What ends up happening there is there's gaps that are lost, and when you need every single little centimetre of your setup and it's getting lost to a tub liner, like a plastic tub liner, you start to lose precious space and then you can't fit everything in as you would like. Now, the main things for me were between the wheel arches, where I wanted to put my water tanks and I couldn't because there was this taper that meant that things couldn't fit in there. So that's when the decision was made to get rid of the tub liner and then put in a spray-on Raptor coat bed liner. That's, I guess, the negatives of the plastic. The positives are it's cheap and you can get them in very quickly. So, it's a couple of minutes to install it, and if you find one secondhand on Marketplace, you can have one in an afternoon. So I guess that's the plastic tub liner side of things. With the Raptor coat, I'll start with the negatives, and that is you got to spray it on, so it takes time. You got to prep, you got to sand, you got to prime. It's a full weekend to get it done. It's a little bit more pricey, and that brings us to the end of the, I guess, negatives. So pricey, takes time, but in saying that, I think it's worth the cost and it is worth the time spent, because now I've been rocking this for over 2 years and it has been great. I am not sponsored by them, I get nothing from this, but it's just a great product that I can back because I've been rocking it for over 2 years now. So the way I installed it was just sanded back the original bare metal tub, or scratched up metal tub. Took it back to the bare metal in some spots was just roughing the surface of the paint, primed it, and then 2 coats of the Raptor coat, and we were rocking and rolling. When I did it, probably about 2 years after purchasing the car, it looked like the tub was brand new and it was great. It just gave the tub a new lease on life. So that was awesome when that happened. I guess in the 2 years, actually it's been longer, it's been nearly 3 years of having the tub liner in. There's obviously been chips in certain sections, but I think that comes back to poor application by me, because you can see where it's chipped off, and there was, I guess, a lack of primer and a lack of sanding roughly enough, because you can see how smooth the existing paint is. So it's only really flaked off where it's gone paint on paint and the paint was smooth. There's been a couple of instances where I've had metal in the tub and it's chipped where metal was rubbing on metal, But in saying that, there were other sections where metal was rubbing and it hasn't chipped. So again, I think that comes just back to the poor primer and sanding by my part rather than the product itself. So there, I guess my two recommendations is make sure you sand really well and prime really well. And 3 years deep and this thing's still rocking. So I can back it, and I will 100% recommend going a spray-on tub liner over a plastic one piece any day of the week, especially if you're considering a trip, just because you get that maximized space and that durability and no smells, which I think is very important when you're out on the road and there's just this loitering smell. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Hopefully that gives you a bit of a better idea on how to make your decisions now for your setup, and then hopefully we can get your setup going and I can catch you out there on the road. So good luck, catch you out there.